Blessed be all of my Aquarius people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting January 20th, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like and subscribe, share even, because you know that helps me find more of my people. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 21st and the 22nd, we've got Mars retrograde in Cancer, forming a very strong sextile to Uranus in Taurus, but all the while we have an opposition to Mercury in Capricorn. And for you, this is, and all of us, this is spelling happy chances, shaking up agendas if we welcome them kindly. And for a lot of you, this is bringing an opportunity for some kind of financial work or community standing shift for you. Something that is raising you up in the eyes and, again, in the status or the station that you hold in either a social, personal, or work community. And something that could actually be giving you a bit of a 15 minutes of fame kind of moment. But it is going to clash with some kind of old attachment, old issue, or old business. And you don't want to let that clash make up your mind. Find a way to work it out and still have your cake and eat it too. On the 25th and the 26th, we've got Venus in Pisces trine to that Mars retrograde in Cancer and sextile Uranus. And this is spelling love and generosity getting unearthed through the unorthodox. And this is a huge money aspect for you, especially when it comes to some kind of important share or some kind of important mountain getting moved that is going to also help out a corner of either your work life or your home economy. Whatever the case is, though, this is unorthodox. This is straight, we don't want to be confined to any straight or narrow paths when this kind of thing shows up, because Uranus encourages and rewards the unorthodox. And so be prepared. This is going to be a win for those who do. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Aquarius, time for your tarot traffic. And it looks like this week, your big spiritual theme of the big focus is the Three of Pentacles reversed. And this week is kind of bringing about a focus on you needing to know when it's time to set yourself apart, especially when it comes to situations where you might be sharing valuable, maybe priorities, agendas, or plans with the wrong people. The Three of Pentacles reversed can often point our attention to the crew, so to speak, however you want to define crew in this situation. The company that we keep not necessarily doing right by what is valuable to us. Now, sometimes this card can show up where social groups, teams, and stuff like that, communities are just not working well together at all. And the call here is, again, set yourself apart, set yourself up something that works for you. And that might show up in many different ways throughout the course of this week. For your material circumstances, work, job, and finances, you've got the Hangman upright. Now, the Hangman is one of the cards that kind of has a and a in the message, and I'll explain what those sounds mean right now. The Hangman is indicating this week there is likely going to be some kind of freeze, hold, or pause getting put on either maybe a road that you're on professionally or financially speaking, or maybe something that you have in the works, or something that you've already put out there or that you're trying to bring together. However, with the Hangman, it's important to understand why this hold or pause has to happen. It's likely that by the time the pause or the freeze thaws out, and it will, things are going to actually be better for it. This is also a week, however, where some kind of alternative or substitution priority or commitment is going to come your way. And you want to make sure you can pivot for it because it will pay off. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Eight of Wands reversed. And the Eight of Wands reversed is indicating that there may be some news coming through a contact that maybe a plan of action or something that we've already been trying to coordinate is not able to go forward as planned, or it can't follow the pace that it started on. This can sometimes show up as news of a slowdown or something even, kind of getting derailed or running the risk of falling out of the sky. And you are going to need to dedicate some attention to adjusting for this development, whatever it is. This can sometimes show up where we get some unexpected help, or we are getting called to substitute or pinch hit some situations or some people that are related to this issue. For your challenge this week, you've got the Queen of Wands upright. Not a bad challenge at all, but it is challenging you to do two things. The first is let yourself be lifted up. The Queen of Wands can often show up as somebody that is looking to promote us, raise us up, or maybe even take something in our lives that's been progressing in small, slow ways, or something that's staying too small for its own good and making it all the bigger, faster, better, stronger. And we don't want to get in their way. Sometimes this is something that can feel a little bit nerve-wracking. It can make us a little bit hesitant, but with the Queen of Wands, get out of her way. Might not be a her, by the way. The second is pay attention to where you need to be okay with taking control every once in a while, because the Queen of Wands is also a leader. And if there are situations where you've been letting too much of the crowd dictate what you do, then you're not actually taking control at all. And this week, it's time to turn that around. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Knight of Swords reversed. And the Knight of Swords reversed is indicating there could be a conflict this week around a rather virulent or rather aggressive personality. The Knight of Swords reversed can often show up as a hothead with no real logic, no real rational capacity within them. Sometimes this can show up as a person that is picking a fight with us as a couple, or picking a fight with a partner, or this is somebody that we cannot agree with our partner about, maybe a difficult friend, a difficult relative, or an issue surrounding something connected to us. With the Knight of Swords reversed, though, whatever this issue is, it does need to be dealt with. The situation does need to be squashed. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, watch out for hotheads this week. And it's not really worth, working with the nicer way of saying that. Sometimes we got to keep our options open. And again, this isn't the only person who's showing up for you in January. Just watch out for crazy this week. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.